Hey, what's up people? It's Rohan, your personal trainer here. Today in this video I'm running through a daily full body workout specifically for females. Alright, now before we get into this workout, I want to be clear about something. There's not too much difference between how a male should train and how a female should train. Okay, there's a specific way to build muscle and strength, specific reps, specific exercises. They work for both males and females. On a male, it's going to make you look bulky and bigger. The muscle is going to make you look bulky. On a female, it's going to give you that toned look. That's just muscle and being lean enough to show that muscle. That being said, this workout does have a little bit of extra glute work in there for the females among you, but this should be good for any beginner. You should be able to jump into this. Obviously, take your time practicing the form. Don't start out hammering 100 reps of squats if you're doing them wrong. Just really focus on perfecting it first and then adding reps. All right, we're going to get into it. After these exercises, I'll walk you through the structure and the reps and how often we're going to be doing this workout. But until then, exercise number one, we're going to be doing the plank. Okay, we're going to get down onto the ground on the elbows. We're going to keep tight, keep the core tight. We're going to hold this for the maximum amount of time. Instead of the other ones are all reps. This we're going to hold for the maximum amount of time. All right, so exercise number one, again, we're doing the plank. We're getting down onto the mat, onto the elbows. We're keeping the core tight. We're not letting the lower back arch. Okay, we're going to keep it rounded a little bit. Going to keep the core engaged, really pull in, keep those abs tight. Okay, so plank. Again, I don't want the lower back to arch. Just keep it out there, keep the core tight, and get comfortable in this position. We're going to be holding this one for maximum amount of time rather than reps, otherwise it's the same thing. Now, if you start to feel that one in your lower back, just come out of it. We want that lower back to stay disengaged so that the core can take over the whole movement. Okay, once the core starts giving up, the lower back is going to start to take a lot of that force. That's not what we want. All right, right after that plank, we're going to be moving into the squat, the king of the lower body exercises. We're going to get into a good position, feet hips width, arms extended out in front for balance. Keep the core tight, keep the lower back tight. Don't relax at the bottom, so we're just going to come down as low as possible. Keep the knees trailing over the feet and come back up. Again, keep the core tight. Sit back and come straight back up. These arms are just here for balance. You can have them crossed over your chest, you can have them behind your head, whatever you prefer. Okay, for exercise number three, we're going to get back down onto the mat. We're doing push-ups. Okay, you can start with these on your knees, but make sure you're moving your whole body into the push-up and back out of it. Okay, the keys here are to keep your chest open, and you want those hands to end up at about the lower chest level, not up too high, lower chest level when you come down into that push-up. Okay, so about 45 degrees at the armpit, basically. Okay, so you can do these on your knees, but bring the whole body into it and come back up. Don't do this. Okay, keep those hands low. They should end up at about the lower chest, and we're going to come down and push up. Keep the chest big, keep the shoulders down. Don't let them hike up to your ears. Now we're going to make sure we keep that chest big, that we're doing the movement with the chest, not with the arms, not with the shoulders. Keep the chest big and it's going to take over. Okay, also those hands, the lower chest, keep the core tight, whole body comes into the movement, comes back up. Okay, right after that push up, we're staying on the mat, face down as well, but we're going to be doing the Superman. So the arms are going to be overhead, the legs extended fully, and we're going to be drawing everything up off the ground, except for your pelvis basically, and then coming back down and relaxing. Between each rep, just relax at the bottom and then squeeze everything up at the top. It's going to look like this. So with that one, we're really squeezing at the top, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the shoulder blades together, bringing everything up as high as possible, and then relaxing when we come back down. All right, for exercise number 5, all we're doing is we're gonna flip over, so our back's gonna be on the mat. We're doing the glute raise, okay? This one specifically for the glutes, for the butt muscles. Arms out to the sides, just for balance. And then we're gonna push through the heels and bring the glutes up as high as possible, squeeze, and come back down. Now, before you go up, you're gonna wanna make sure that your lower back is flat and that your core is engaged somewhat. You don't want that arch again, so lower back flat, squeeze up, and come back down. And you're gonna wanna push through the heels, okay? So maybe even lift the toes, you don't need them. Just to make sure that you are pushing through the heels. Good, okay, for the 6th and final exercise, we're staying on the mat. We're doing the crunch, almost exactly the same position as the glute raise, except we're doing the abs this time. Again, keep the lower back flat so the core can take over. I like to have the arms crossed over the chest. You can have them wherever you want. Just make sure you're not pulling on the neck in this one. And then we're just gonna roll up and roll back down. Now for that crunch, just make sure you are just rolling one vertebra at a time up as high as you can get. Don't worry about how high that is. It's just about crunching at the core and then rolling back down. The head should be the first thing off the ground and the last thing back on the ground. All right, we've gone through all the exercises you're gonna be doing. Now we're gonna run through the structure of how you're gonna be doing them, okay? We're gonna run this as a circuit. We're gonna start with the plank first and then end up with the crunch and then repeat that circuit again twice more. So we're doing 3 total circuits or 3 total sets of all the exercises, okay? The first set of all those exercises is gonna be a warm-up, okay? We're doing 2 to 3 reps of each exercise and then moving on to the next, just to warm up the muscle, just to get the joint moving. And then the next 2 sets are gonna be your working sets, where you're aiming for the maximum amount of reps, or for the plank, the maximum amount of time that you can hold it for. After each exercise, we're gonna make a note of the amount of reps we did, and then the next workout, we're gonna try to beat that by just 1, okay? So if you did 5 push-ups today, tomorrow we're gonna aim for 6, the next day we're gonna aim for 7 if we hit 6. If you don't hit 6, don't worry about it. We're just gonna try to add 1. Just even aiming for that is gonna make you stronger over time. Consistency is the key, and even if you only hit 1 a week, in a year there's gonna be 52 extra reps on each exercise, for example. Now you can do this workout every single day, forever if you like. You're gonna get great results as long as you just keep trying to add the reps, as long as you keep trying to progress over time. Now, if you get over, let's say 20 reps per exercise, you're gonna look for a new exercise to replace that one, okay? So let's say you can do 20 push-ups on the knees. Instead, now we're gonna move to the feet. 20 push-ups on the feet, we're gonna start making it more difficult, maybe put some weight on your back. Just try to make it more difficult so that you're staying around the 10 reps. Below is fine, too high, too far up above 20, and we're gonna start changing it up. That means you're getting a lot stronger, so we're gonna change the exercise to something more difficult, okay? It is about progressively overloading, progressively trying to get stronger. If it's too easy, it's too easy. If the reps are too high, it's just endurance, it's not muscle and strength anymore. All right, there's your daily full body workout. Doesn't require any equipment, shouldn't take too long either. Just keep progressing, keep trying to get better. Eventually, at first, you'll probably get a lot of reps quite quickly. You do 5 and then 6 and 7, 8 every day. But then eventually you hit a plateau, and then that extra rep is going to be harder to get. We're just going to keep pushing for it. Even mentally pushing for it, it's going to make you stronger over time. Some days you might not even come close to your record, that's fine too. If you like the video, give it a like. Maybe share it with someone who might appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.